Hey guys, Sandstorm here. Have you always wanted to know my secret? You know, my secret on how I win in Brawlhalla so consistently? Well, it's actually quite simple. I ditch the big soap brands and go all natural with Dr. Squatch soap. And you might be asking, but Sandstorm, how does soap help you? Well, little buddy, it's actually quite simple. If you don't take care of your body, you don't perform well. Simple as that. Most people don't even question the bar of soap they use on their body. Did you know that the FDA doesn't even consider it soap? It's considered detergent, and you're rubbing it on your skin, huh? We all know the bad rep us gamers get when it comes to hygiene, so take care of it the right way with Dr. Squatch. Some of my favorite bars are the Deep Sea Goat's Milk and the Crisp IPA. They also sell refreshing shampoo and conditioner. So if you want the absolute best chance of winning a tournament this year, get yourself some soap with the link on screen and in the description and using code SANDSTORM at checkout. For every order over $20 using this code, I get a $10 kickback and you get free shipping. Alright buddy boys, let's finish this Q&A. Hello guys, we are back today with part 2 of this Q&A. Gonna finish up these questions. This is part 2, covering the YouTube comment section part of the video. Part 1, if you haven't watched, was the Twitter side of things. So if you haven't watched that, go check that out. I'm just gonna hop right into it today. Sadira asks, when did you start grinding the game and how many hours per day did you put in back then? Also, how do I train? When I first started playing, it was like summer of 2017. I didn't play that much, but I super got into the game during the end of 2017. I would grind ranked. I would reach out to the community as much as I could all day. I would play for days on end sometimes, literally. I was so addicted to the game up until when I won my first tournament in May of 2018. So all up towards the end of 2017, towards then, I just kept playing and playing. I would play every day. I mostly ranked is how I improved. Times Docs asks, who do I think is my hardest opponent to go against? And thoughts on the new legend, Onix. Sort of new, not really new right now. Probably my hardest opponent is Cody Travis. He beat me solidly at CEO last summer. And he beat me at Winters this year. Just recently though, when I played Springs, I got his number. I beat him in 2 sets, Winners Finals and Grand Finals, but for the longest time I really just didn't know how to hit him. Like, the way he plays Barraza is really hard for me to hit with any character, so it's probably him. And Onix, she's broken, she's getting nerfed. I'm gonna play her. Despicable John asks, did losing a tournament ever affect me mentally? Not long term, no. If I lose a tournament, it's just like, oh, that's disappointing. Go next. But I like to keep things pretty neutral. Like, there's no point in just complaining and focusing on a loss. You just have to move past it. Think of, okay, why did I lose? And then just play the next tournament. That's kind of how I think. I fear I will butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it. Do I feel like I've peaked in Brawlhalla, or is this just the beginning? I actually think top level Brawlhalla right now is like nothing what it will be in like a couple years. I think we're constantly improving. Like, we're not even, not just me, like pros in general, we're not even close to like peak Brawlhalla gameplay, I think. AJ Carrick asks, what weapon do I despise the most? There isn't really a weapon I hate the most. Like, I have my moments with each weapon when a new patch comes out or something like that, but I think the number one weapon I hate the most, when they're good, Katars. I can't stand Katars. The reason is I'm a very like reactionary player. Like, I don't have like the biggest of game plans going into a game. I just like react to what my opponent does, and all of Katars' moves are instant, and it's just hard to keep space for me, at least. It's a good thing that Scythe does good against Katars. Yeah, dude, I am Santa asks, how do I use the practice mode to perfectly utilize my skills? I mean, you know, sometimes just playing around in training mode, just for fun, you discover stuff accidentally. An example of that is when I discover it's Scythe down air off the wall into a ground pound. I was just messing around in training mode. Like, I was like, oh wait, this is a thing. Because every day I do go into training mode and I just mess around, like, for fun. Like, I don't play rank that much anymore, and I don't spar that much. The one person that I actually consistently spar, like, only, is Ethan. So I go into training mode a lot, and the more stuff you just randomly do, you can find new stuff that will help you out, and you practice combos. Muscle memory is very important, so you just practice there that way. Ghostly Stitches asks, would I ever consider putting out SSBU content? Yes, I have. But I don't like playing online in Ultimate because it's a bad system. So maybe later. I'm definitely considering it. More than just playing Ultimate. Maybe like a guide on a character or something like that. I am interested in doing that. Mizbah Ahmed asks, how long did it take me to get out of each rank? How should someone learn and improve from their first tournament? And how am I doing? First of all, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. How long did it take for me to get out of each rank? I think when I first seriously started playing ranked was near the end of summer of 2017. I got to Diamond first right before Dash came out, so that was early September 2017. So I'd say one season. I'm talking about reaching Diamond, because I don't remember what rank I started with or how long it took me to get out of each rank, like from like gold to plat. So from platinum to diamond, it took me just about one season when I first seriously started to put time into the game. And how should someone learn and improve from their first tournament? Mainly going back and actually watching the games that you lose, and maybe some games that you win, but more importantly, the games that you lose. You need to know why you lost. You know, in the heat of the moment, you're thinking, oh, this is so dumb, why am I losing? But there is a reason behind everything in the game. When it's completely neutral and you're watching yourself play, you can notice things more often, like habits like, oh, I always dodge into approach, or I always start off the game with a weapon throw, or he always starts in the game with a weapon throw and it's catching me off guard. So just going back and watching replays of when you lose and how you lose is important. If you have trouble with analyzing your own play, then if you're serious about it, you can look for a coach or ask a friend to help you. Kank. Kank asks, I know you play Smash too, so I want to ask, how did I get into platform fighters? I've been playing them all my life. When I was really young, I went to my friend's house in my neighborhood to play Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, and then I grew up on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And then I bought Smash 4 as soon as it came out, and then a couple years later, my friend got me into the competitive scene. So I've always been a part of it. It's always been a part of my life, sort of. I don't even know what this question is, but the answer is purple. Little SNK asks, do I see myself transitioning into FPS games competitively? 50-50, but I'm gonna say no, because I don't know, that takes a lot of time. I do like certain FPS games like Counter-Strike, and I've been playing a lot of Valorant since it came out, but I just don't have the game sense. I have to put in a lot more time if I really wanted to, but I just play for fun, so no, I don't see myself transitioning into it. Spencer asks, will I ever train people for money, aka coaching? I'm going to say right now, in the near future, I do not plan on coaching anybody. It is something I've thought about, but I'll put this to bed. I am not thinking of coaching anybody in the foreseeable future. You will know if I decide to coach. It'll be everywhere on my YouTube, on my Twitter, but no, right now I have no plans for coaching. Ethan M asks, how long do I play a day? Sometimes I don't play at all for like a week, and sometimes I play a couple hours a day. I would say an hour or two a day is how much I play. An hour or two. I don't have really long gaming sessions on Brawlhalla anymore lately. Jacob asks, how did all the tournaments and people I've met affect my day-to-day life? It's affected me greatly, from all the money I've won from tournaments, but more importantly, a lot of my closest friends are from the Brawlhalla community, and I've met a lot of cool people and fans at tournaments. It means a lot to me. Most of the people that I hang out with now or call today are mostly from the Brawl community. Some of my closer friends. Boomy, Simba, Santi. Those are some of my closer friends from the community, so it affects me greatly. Annoying Hams asks, what are my thoughts on Stingray as a new and up-and-comer? He's definitely solid, but you don't just get second place in a tournament that large out of nowhere, which was Winters. He actually beat me. I don't have much to say on him. He has some tricks that I've never seen before. I think his spear is his best weapon. But we just have to see him play in more tournaments and see how he does. I think it's promising, but I can't say now. Chibi asks, how do I stay calm during tournament? I kind of just keep my mind in like a neutral limbo state. Like, I don't expect anything super exciting, and I don't expect to lose. I just think, okay, my opponent is good. I'm good. Just slow down, know what you're playing for, and just play. And that's how I think. I don't overthink things. I don't underthink things. I'm just steady and neutral about the situation. That's also how I'm also so patient in last hit situations. You just have to slow down and understand what you're playing for. I'm going to answer this question by Rafa S11. How was my first tournament, and what was my position in the tournament? My first tournament was 2017 BCX US East qualifier. First tournament that I tried to play seriously in. I actually got 13th. I think I beat some good players at the time. I went 2-1 with Lil Caps, who was one of the better players at the time, so I did pretty good for the first tournament. My second tournament, I got 33rd at Winter Championship. 2018 is not good. Tango Teddy asks, do I think it's easier to learn controller or keyboard? I used to think for the longest time that it really didn't matter, but all these new keyboards and stuff that are coming out really makes you notice the actual lag that controllers have, like PS4 and Xbox One controllers. It doesn't seem that much, but like if you play really good at both controllers, you'll notice that a keyboard's much better. Like the keyboard that I use, the SteelSeries Apex Pro, there's like less than a millisecond of input lag. It's incredible. So I think if you're first starting, you want to play keyboard, but at a less professional level, I don't think it matters. Lag, no questions. He just wants to be in the video. There you go, bro. You're in the video. Lil Ops asks, why did I ditch Ethan in twos? I mean, I had actually planned to stay with him after BCX 2018 when Ethan and I got third at Worlds. We were definitely improving super fast. But Boomy was already the best twos player, and he won everything in 2018, and he hit me up. And Ethan was 4. He said if I was in your position, I would ditch me too. So I tested out playing a couple matches and sets with Boomy for a couple weeks, and it made sense to switch. And we've come a long way. Diversion asks, is the skill gap between Diamond players and Pro players big? What skill do Pro players have that Diamonds do not? So the skill gap, I think, between like normal standard Diamond players and Pro players is massive. Like, you reach Diamond at 2,000 elo. You start playing ranked at 1,200 elo. Me, last season, who hit 3,000 elo. I am farther away from Diamond than when you first start playing ranked. Now, first of all, they need a new rank, but that just shows like the gap between 2,000 and 3,000 elo. Like the highest skilled players, Simple and Boomy, I believe, also hit 3,000 elo. I think the biggest thing that Pro players have that Diamond players don't, I think mainly habits. Like, you'll reach Diamond through certain niche combos that you do or certain tricks that you have. Not necessarily like one trick ponies, but stuff that works on lower level players. So you reach Diamond, but you don't notice your actual bad habits. Top players a lot of top players don't have any bad habits. Like they play very methodically. So I noticed when I play pools, like before I get into the bigger part of the tournament, people with like 2,000 to 2,300 elo say things they always approach the same way, or they always dodge the same way. So it's little fine-tuning things that would help them get into the top players status. I'm actually gonna close out the Q&A with this question, Sean Turner. Why do I not upload very often? I don't upload very often only because of school. I am in 12th grade. My graduation is in a month. Official graduation. I'm not actually going to graduate in person. Sad face. But a lot of the things that I do in school just mess with what I want to do here with Twitch, YouTube, esports. I think it's a waste of time. School is. So in about a month, beginning of June, I am going to be consistently uploading, consistently streaming. And I want, like, anyone, maybe if you don't watch this entire video, to clip this to anybody that wants to know I will be streaming a lot more, uploading a lot more, spending more time with this community once I graduate high school. That is the main thing, so expect that. All right. Thank you for watching the Q&A, parts 1 and part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, go in the description and watch it. Thank you for watching. I will see you when I graduate.